All right. And I actually put the Stardate in the Discord. But Commander Calder, your log, please.
Stardate 55398.4. I was disposed of for a good half of the previous day, and I am about to figure out what happened. It's been a while. I was gone. End log.
Okay. As mentioned, the captain was indisposed for about half of the last shift, but he has gotten a good night's rest and got over whatever space dysentery he came up with. The Svalinn and the civilian convoy has moved down the Silk Road and is just at the border of the preemptively named Jovan sector, where the first colony the Silk Road has presented the Beta Jovan system and resides. You're cruising along at warp 7, and the civilian ships seem to be able to keep up with such velocities. There's been nothing on scopes, and there was talk amongst some of the senior staff about presenting a state dinner for the convoy captains as a show of good faith. Meanwhile, Dr. Bog is working in the sickbay to develop a vaccine for what appears to be a new form of psionic mushroom spore that they discovered previously in the Dyson Zoo system. Work on that is steady, but time-consuming. And at this point, we'll cut to the ship itself. Calder and Rost and whatever other senior staff would be available for a morning meeting.
I would be there, I'd say.
Okay. Maldon would be Maldon and L are on the bridge. Chthrock, would you be at the morning meeting? Okay.
Could you type that response in the little 20 chat for the viewers, if possible?
Yep, I got it.
Well, more asking Cameron.
Yes, it's the morning debriefing.
Okay, give me your current status reports from your current departments.
Good morning, Captain.
Morning.
It's nice to be aboard. Still kind of getting to know my way around the ship, but engineering department seems to be functioning normally, but I'll have to kind of get to know things a little bit better before I can give you a deeper report.
Understood. You'll be able to climatize in no time.
Did anyone else have something to say?
I'm just continuing my work on the psionic spore, working to get a good vaccine to give to the crew. Can upload to the Federation Medical Net, so anyone else comes across it, they can utilize
it. Good work.
Keeping an eye out on our friends we're traveling with. Haven't had any problems for a while. Not since we started moving.
Also, Captain, we were able to recover the computer cores from a couple of those Nausicaan raiders. I thought once we're able to dig into those and decrypt them, we might find out some information on where they're coming from, what they're up to, general intelligence.
Good work. I think this ship has had a lot of crosses with the Nausicaan raiders / pirates.
Well, if we can figure out where their base is, maybe we can root them out once and for all, or at least for a while.
Well, I mean, there's a possibility. I think these are just a new group of Nausicaans just here in this system because currently before the start of the Silk Road initiative, this place was kind of barren and not really had a connection with the rest of the Federation.
Now, if we succeed in bringing more activity into this system, they're probably going to attract more raiders.
That is true. Because we've already dealt with some Klingon pirates who were not really a part of a Klingon house. The group of hunters from the Delta Quadrant and Nausicaans. Doesn't seem like anything too much of the Svalinn could handle. Ash, what's your blue report?
No security concerns at the moment. Been keeping an eye on our companions traveling with. Haven't had any more issues from any of them for a while.
I know we've currently had a previous problem with one of the trader captains who tried to hack us. Dagash. Or is
It was Talit Iman, the captain of the Zatavej.
Yes, when we
Zatavej.
put him on hold, he attempted to hack into our communication systems. He was warned of the repercussions of that action and did not persist.
Captain, I'd like to suggest that we perform some health and safety inspections on the convoy ships. That'll let us make sure that they're operating safely and not trying to smuggle in any contraband. And perhaps the lieutenant would like to have his security team maybe practice boarding operations on ships of different designs, if the captains agree to it.
I mean, we could simply do the boarding training via the holodeck, because we do have a ton of chassis in there, including some made by Janeway for Borg vessels. And the medical checkup is a good idea. But we would still need to have the consent from the captains of the ships if they do want a bog on there.
Legally speaking, we don't need their consent for health and safety inspections, Captain. That is one of Starfleet's I forgot what word I was going to say.
Primary
That is part of-
responsibilities.
There you go.
Mandate?
Mandate, that's what I was looking for.
I think jurisdiction is what you're looking for.
All of those work.
Okay, so Bog, would you be able to do a medical checkup on the personnel on the convoy ships?
Yeah, absolutely, I can do that.
We could also check their engineering sections, make sure that their systems are able to function well enough to maintain speed, and make sure that their cargoes are stored securely and are, what they are listed on the manifest as.
Understandable.
Very well, Captain. I'll make arrangements.
And if that's all everyone has to say, you depart to your various assignments. First things first. Would you be doing the what order do you want to do these then? Do you want to tackle the computer cores first, or would you like to do the health and safety inspection?
Any science stuff, let's do later.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, the computer cores, ours would be more sciencey, so we can save that for later. And it's not totally time sensitive.
Sorry, I just got home. That's why I was late, and I'm just trying to deal with some stuff still.
Yep, that's fine.
You okay?
Meanwhile, Dr. Bog, you have a vaccine that you're working on.
Correct.
And I have a extended task here to help facilitate that. It's going to take like a couple days, so we're only going to be able to get one interval done and per episode, because there's some things that you have to like sit on a incubator and let it cook for 24 hours, or there's subsamplings, things that need to be done, genetic encoding, in between steps. But as of now, we're looking at control medicine difficulty 3, magnitude 4, work track 20, and a resistance of 2.
Well, give you a threat for bold.
Okay.
And I'm using. Am I working with the computer here? Sensors?
Yes, the computer will be helping at this point. Computer's medicine for the ship.
So, technical expertise.
Yep.
Yeah, right. So, go with that. Ship is what again?
Computer's medicine for the ship.
Okay.
Excellent. Got one momentum off that. And now we're rolling in 5 challenge dice. No, 7. 2 plus your medicine score, so 7 challenge dice.
Ooh, gosh.
1 momentum to reroll.
Yeah, I'll spend a momentum to that.
Yep.
4 dice there.
Yeah, that's 4 zeros.
Wow, terrible tonight.
1, 2,
Take
3,
a while to figure this one
4,
out.
5. Yeah. Unless you have any more tricks you can and pull, you got a little bit of work done, but this is just a tough cookie to crack. The genetic sequence is all over the place. It's a very diverse species. It seems, with a lot of different protein structures that you have to count for.
Well, I'll just have to go at it and push in again. Keep working on it.
As you
Put in some
are
long hours here.
Yep, as you're frustrated with the unsatisfactory progress you've made, a couple crew members is walking your door. One of them is a human engineer, 6'3", and blood is just dripping down the front of his face, and he's being supported by Terrell, a female Vulcan security officer, and a Bolian engineer. And the man in the middle seems to be a little bit loopy.
What on earth happened here?
Terrell speaks out. He appears to have gotten into an arm wrestling match with a Klingon.
Oh, okay. Get him up on my table here.
Drag him over, and the gentleman's like, "Warp speed ahead! Whee!" And you get him down on the table, and it's obvious that his nose is busted and broken and shattered, and he has cuts and scrapes all over his face. And also, his right hand and is busted up.
Okay.
Is it that there a piston-shaped dent on the wall somewhere on the ship?
None that's reported.
All right. I'll treat this guy. Scan her out and see how bad. What are we looking at, damage-wise here? I guess.
Reason medicine difficulty 2, and the ship can assist.
Ship is computer medicine or sensors?
Sensors medicine.
Okay.
All right, generate a momentum. He has a couple fractures in his hand and wrist. Mainly it's the nose took the brunt of whatever hit him, and there's some superficial cuts across his forehead, and he is definitely suffering from a concussion.
Fantastic. All right. Well, get the equipment out and start repairing bones, and give him something to kind of sedate him, so we're not getting we're having fun kind of thing going on here.
Yep.
Need to keep him calm and on the table while I work on him.
Tervel is kind of standing by, looking disapprovingly at the crewman. I told you it would be illogical for a human to engage in physical combat with a Klingon. I had him on the ropes. Bolin speaks up. No, you didn't. At least not until he headbutted you.
Is it a what's his rank?
Crewman first class.
Crewman, from where I'm standing, you didn't have anybody on the ropes. Settle down while I get things fixed up here.
Yeah, control medicine difficulty 2.
Okay, I'm gonna give you threat for bold. Use technical expertise again here.
Mm-hmm.
So the ship's gonna be
Computers medicine, and it's giving you reference charts. And another
I'm gonna
momentum.
go ahead and be basically greedy here. I'm gonna re-roll that 0.
And the greed pays off. As you generate some momentum, you heal the bones in his hands. You got, you fixed the superficial cuts on his face and nose. The concussion in are basically just keeping him sedated. Well, you're keeping him calm and in a lower energy state, so that way he's not jostling around, and we're just monitoring that.
Okay.
Shall I tell his duty officer that he'll be indisposed for the next shift?
Yeah, he needs to rest, concussion, get over it, make sure he's okay. So he'll have to be off shift. I'm gonna keep him here for at least an hour and just observe him, make sure nothing pops up, and I'll let him return to his quarters. Does he have a bunkmate?
Yes, I believe I do. he does. Crewman Michaels.
All right. Need to get a memo to Michaels that he needs to check on him. Basically, wake him up a couple times through the night, make sure he's okay.
Presence, medicine, and difficulty 1 to have that report sent. Okay.
Like that.
You sent that report off, and you get like an affirmative beep that at the crewman and at least received the
Acknowledged.
message. Yeah, it acknowledged and received it.
All right.
And
I'll just, like I say, I'll keep him there for about an hour. Monitor him.
very well. And with that, the 2 other crewmen and walk out. It's at this point, Ross, that you get a notification that crewman. I had a name for him. Crewman Matthews is in the sickbay and apparently was in an altercation with a Klingon in the mess hall.
Oh yeah, I guess I probably should have reported that, shouldn't I?
So I guess I'll have to talk to him about that.
Yeah, about this time, you could at least go to sickbay and see if he's lucid enough to talk.
I'll head to sickbay.
Lieutenant Commander Ross steps into sickbay.
See new security here?
Dr. Bog?
Hi.
Hi, I'm Lieutenant Commander Ross. I'm the new XO.
Good to meet you.
Nice to meet you. So I understand we have a crewman that ran into a Klingon?
Well, I probably should have notified somebody. I took it that they were off duty messing around. So I'm sorry, I've been kind of preoccupied with this spore that I'm dealing with, so I apologize for that. But yeah, the crewman's over here. He's going to be a little sluggish right now. He's sedated, but you can ask him some questions. Yeah, he's not completely out of it, but I'm just keeping him sedated so we can monitor him for about another 40 minutes, and then I'll be able to release him to go and rest.
Will you be off duty for a while recovering, I take it?
Just one shift. I just want to make sure he doesn't strain himself for a shift. He does have a pretty significant concussion and a couple of bones that I'd like to let the bone regenerator have, a full 24 hours to solidify and make sure everything goes okay there.
Well, sounds like you'll need the rest of the day to recover.
Yeah, definitely.
I'll speak to his department head.
I'm not. There's no problem with you questioning him now if you'd like. Okay with
Thank
that.
you.
And he is a engineer, so you are his department head.
Oh, okay.
Incidentally.
I'll go up to his bed. Crewman Matthews?
Kind of rolls over. Okay. Let me have it.
You explained why to me you got into physical altercation with one of our Klingon guests?
Go ahead and give me.
Svalinn a garbage scow.
Go ahead and give me a presence command roll, difficulty 2.
Ready? 1 sec here. Presence command.
Yep. And if you have any focus in leadership, team dynamics, social things.
Yeah, nothing like that. Looks like.
All right. He kind of buttons up and appears embarrassed by the incident and doesn't want to talk about it at this time.
Was this a personal matter? Was this a matter of pride? Did you have too much to drink? Yeah, I'm not looking to bust your ass here, but I kind of want to know what's going on if you're under my command. And you know what kind of person you are.
When I did my scans, GM, would I have noticed if he had any alcohol on board, so to speak?
He did not have any alcohol on board.
I didn't see anything in the scans that would indicate it was intoxicated.
Well, Commander, I got cocky. He took a dare from some of the other crewmen and challenged this Klingon to an arm wrestling match.
Well, Kermit, I guess you've kind of learned from this experience that probably wasn't the best idea. And going forward, I expect you to have better judgment.
Yes, sir.
All right. As soon as you've had a day of rest and ready to go back to work, I'll see you back down in engineering. And this is the last we'll speak of it.
Thank you, sir.
Carry on. Nice to meet you.
And he kind of slunks back down in his bio bed.
I'll go back over to the doctor's office and let you know we were planning on doing some health and safety inspections on the convoy ships. Just wanted to let you know if you could be a part of that, just to kind of give the crews the once over, make sure they're all healthy. There's no issues aboard the ship that would jeopardize their safety or anything like that.
Yeah, that shouldn't be a problem at all.
All right, I'll be sending out a message to the convoy captains in the schedule, but should be in a couple hours before the first one.
Perfect. I'll are you wanting me to bring a team so we can do this a little quicker also, or?
Yeah, if you wouldn't mind sending a couple of medics along just to help you out, make this go faster.
All right, I'll round up a couple of medics to go with us.
Thank you, Doc. I appreciate it.
No problem.
And with that, you leave to go prepare.
All the communications officers send this out.
Excellent. And I actually have a communications officer. Ready? Ensign Madison Bailey, operations. So
excellent.
we can do a engineering, diff 3. Assisted by communications engineering. You can either do that yourself, or you could activate a supporting character for this.
I'll have Bailey do it.
Okay. Go ahead and pick up her sheet, and you can roll for that.
You said control.
Control engineering, and it's difficulty 3. Would you like to purchase additional dice?
Yeah, we'll go ahead and purchase one. Wait, that's she has a focus in subspace communications. Would that be of a benefit there?
Yes.
Her control sucks.
She's just an ensign. She's just starting.
There.
So that would let me re-roll one of those for that focus.
No, the
the
focus
whole thing?
means if you get 4 or lower, you get 2
Oh, that's
successes
right, yeah.
instead of 1. Yeah. But the ship does exist with communications engineering.
Communications engineering?
Correct.
Right. Bummer.
Oof.
All I want to do is send an email.
I'm going to say that you get a ping back from 2 of the vessels, but one of them has not responded.
Same problematic one.
Zvazeth.
In fact, yes, it was the problematic one.
We'll repeat the message and add a acknowledge to it. Please acknowledge.
You repeat the message, and this time you get after about 15 minutes, which seems a long time to reply to an email, especially one from a Starfleet vessel. You finally get an acknowledgement back.
All right.
All right. How do we want to? All right. So our first task is to check the Zatavej. Who is going aboard, and how do we want to do this?
Lieutenant Chaton. Am I pronouncing that right?
Chithrong.
Chathrong. Can you put together a security team?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe yourself and 2 or 3 others, and we'll have the doctor have a medical team, and I'll have a couple engineers. So there'll probably be about 8 of us, 9 of us all together, and we'll do our first inspection on the Saveths.
If you do plan on going to the Saveth, I recommend you bring Diabuff. Because they do have empath training, so that might be helpful.
Okay, dope. I agree.
All right. So we are bringing 3 teams along of various colored shirts. And Shathrok, are you heading over personally?
Yeah, I'll go.
All right, and Diva is also coming with. Doctor, or you want to do this personally? Did you want to bring in any NPCs along with you? Dr. Bog?
I'm sorry. I bumped my mute button, apparently. Yes, I want Lieutenant McCormick and Lieutenant Razix.
All right. Yep, they can both come along.
And I'll bring Lef and Yukagi.
Lef and Ukagi. Which I still need to get a Benzite token for him. All right, that is all set up.
Okay, we'll go ahead and beam over to the Zaveth.
Okay. You get on your various pads. Since there's so many of you, you kind of have to go in 2 bursts, but that's fine. First team in comes over. And immediately you're met by the angry Grazerite who meets you in the transporter room.
Captain Teletamon, it's a pleasure to meet you. I'm Captain Rost. Commander Rost.
What is the meaning of this? A safety inspection? We've been through a dozen safety inspections already at the previous starbase. Is this really necessary?
Yes, I'm afraid it is. As part of joining our convoy, we are required to make sure that your vessel meets all Federation shipping standards. So we'll be inspecting your drive systems, giving your crew a physical, and make sure your cargo matches your manifests. All standard procedure.
As a private citizen, I must protest. I have rights to privacy and my property.
Captain, I understand your position, but you're flying under a Federation flag, and that gives us certain mandate to inspect your vessel. Make sure you're not a danger to my ship or the other ships in the convoy.
At this point, the second team beams over.
I trust I'll have your full cooperation. I don't want to make this a hostile action.
Give me a presence command opposed. So basically, you're rolling dice and he's rolling dice, and whoever gets the higher total wins this confrontation. Would you like to purchase additional dice? Would this be with momentum or threat that you purchase that dice with? Commander Ross?
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't hit the button. Yeah, momentum.
Okay. Momentum for 3 dice total. And I'm going to spend a threat and match you.
Oh, well, it'd be good if I used my instead of Bailey's there. Oops.
It appears that we are tied. Would you like to succeed at cost?
Yes, I'll do that.
Okay. He tries debating in law with you and basically slows you down for about 15 minutes before he finally concedes. He says, "Very well, but I'm going to be personally watching over each and every one of your crew members to make sure that there is no irreparable actions taken aboard my vessel."
Commander, or Captain, I assure you that my men are professionals and will take care of this as quickly and as efficiently as possible. We don't want to inconvenience you any more than we have to. And
Very
we
well.
appreciate your cooperation.
Okay. First things first, let's do a security check. Chothrak, on a scale of 1 to 5, how deep of a scan do you want to do on this vessel? And of course, I pick the one person who's away from his microphone. Yes, your team is an advantage. Yeah, it'll be very easy to have a security team over here. All right, control. I'm gonna say control. Security D4, complication 2. D5. You're playing hardball. It's like you don't trust the man for some reason.
Can't imagine why.
Let's have some fun with this.
Hey,
complication 3.
Hey, Ash. Take dedication. So by doing this, you could either get a free dice that count as critical, or do a legal.
And I still have to have a value for his determination, right?
Yes. As he handed you a determination, you still have to declare a value.
Expect the unexpected or a responsibility to the truth. He's trying to hide stuff.
I will expect the unexpected.
Okay. And since I have the determination, I will not buy up to 4 dice. I will instead give you 1 threat for a 3rd.
No, women, no determination chain for me.
Aw. At least not yet.
Nice. So I believe that's 6 and I did 4.
Yep. So you are back at full momentum. You do a thorough security check of this vessel. There are no onboard weapons. There are a couple small Type 1 hand phasers. There's that some of the crew members have. Its cargo are various electronic items, things like personal pads, personal computer terminals, small holographic emitters. These are all commercial grade.
I'm sorry.
Items.
Didn't he say he had time sensitive products?
He did say that.
As
yes.
in, like fruit or something, like something perishable.
No, none of his items are perishable. There's some knickknacks, some children's games, art objects.
Great. I roll my eyes and my antenna.
That'll be an interesting emote there, but would you like to ask additional questions?
Do you guys have any questions?
No, not at the moment.
I don't think I do either.
All right, very well. You are satisfied and finished with this with the security survey of this vessel. Dr. Bog. There's a small crew on this ship of about 5 members.
Okay. I'll go to where they're at so they don't have to. Actually, we'll split up. We'll divide and conquer. I'll let my 2 helpers go and handle 2, and I'll go get 3rd one, and then we'll split the last 2.
Okay. This wouldn't be a worth doing like a difficulty 5 scan. That's like put him in the MRI machine.
No, we're just doing a general,
Yeah, just a general medical thing. So I'm thinking, there's a couple of them. So control medicine difficulty 3. Just do like a quick physical tricorder scan, and touch your nose, hop on one leg, that kind of stuff.
Maybe we'll make sure they're not bringing any communicable diseases or having radiation poisoning or whatever.
Yep.
That should all show up in a simple scan.
Very much so.
Let's see.
And you do have a medical team that can help you with this, and that could be used to bring down the difficulty.
Yeah, bring down the difficulty.
Okay.
Using a tricorder be considered using sensors?
For the purpose of technical expertise, it does not.
Okay. All right. Go ahead and take momentum for a 3rd dice. And just, guess I should have rolled bold. No, almost did.
Oof. Do you have a means of rolling that?
2.
You did make 2.
Yep. Look over some stuff here. Can I just spend 2 and quash it?
Yeah, you can. Yep, you just spend 2.
Hate to do it, but yeah, I don't think I've got anything here that's gonna let me dodge that bullet.
Yeah, but unfortunately, I could let you succeed at complication.
Well, if I quash it, don't I still succeed? I got my 2 successes there.
Oh yeah, we brought down the diff, so it is diff 2. Okay, yep,
Okay.
So you do succeed.
Okay.
I was looking at the difficulty 3. Yes, you manage to scan all the crew. They seem to be in good health for their age. There's a Tellarite with pretty good arthritis on his knee, but he's just kind of gritting his way through it in more than one sense.
I'll ask him if you'd like. I can probably give you an injection that'll help you get along to your next stop, leave some of the pain.
I've been dealing with this for over 20 years, but I suppose those one or two more shots wouldn't hurt get this old man into his next dock.
Well, to make resting a little easier.
And
right.
Yep, you can easily whip out a hypo and give him a dose. That should last him until he gets to DSE.
Sounds good.
And last but not least, we have the engineering inspection. Ross, you have you have an engineering team with you, and you have Leaf that can also assist.
Okay, we'll head back to the engineering department, and we'll just give everything a once over. Make sure that all accept the code.
Yeah, and you're just doing a once over. You're not going to be like field stripping the warp core at this point, right?
Yeah, we just want to make sure that it's not being held together with baling wire and stuff. That's not going to break down in a light year or something like that.
Okay. Diff 2. Yeah. Control engineering difficulty 3. And you do have an engineering team with you. They could bring that down to diff 2. Or provide some other sort of advantage if one comes to mind.
The difficulty 2 sounds good.
All right.
Full engineering. And I've got to focus in Starship power systems, propulsion systems, and all that.
Yep, you have a focus that applies. Would you like to purchase additional dice?
No, I'll stick with the 3 I got.
It'd be 2. Base roll is 2.
That's right. Yeah. Okay. The team thing. That's an additional dice for them, right?
No. The team aim adds an advantage, and you can apply advantage to the difficulty or a complication of the task.
Okay, that's where it came in. Gotcha. All right. Yeah, I'll take a dice. Additional dice of momentum.
Additional dice with momentum. Okay.
Nice.
And earn it back. The plasma manifolds are absolutely filthy, and you're not sure how they're still working. But to clean them at this point, you would have to stop the entire ship for 8 hours and carbon scrub them. But they're not causing issues. They're not overheating. And power regulation seems to be fine, and the warp core is in perfect working order, if out of date. She has some light years on her.
Yeah, I'm going to discuss the findings with their engineer, and I'm going to use my telepathic abilities just to see if I'm getting any kind of vibes on what's going on, how truthful, how nervous, that kind of thing.
Ooh, I like it.
Just while I'm going over the list, I'm going to doing that.
Let's do an insight science difficulty 2. Unfortunately, you're unfamiliar with this man. He's a bit difficult to read, but on the surface, you do talk with the engineer. He's like, yes, I know. Oh, the plasma manifolds. Oh, I haven't really had the time. I haven't really had the downtime to scrub those conduits like I should. We've just been go for the past 3 months.
All right, well, when you get back into port at our destination, make sure you take care of that. Otherwise, you could be, stranded out in the middle of nowhere. Might not have a Federation starship to help you out then.
I'm aware. Hopefully, we can and shut down the engines long enough. I can and give this thing a good once over.
All right, carry on, and I'll head back to meet the rest of the teams.
Yep. At this point, all the rest of the teams have finished up. Tele Amon has been hovering over you guys as the entire time. At some points, almost over your shoulders. At some points, he's like 5 feet back, just straining his neck to watch you guys. And when you're finally done, and he approaches you, Commander, and says, "Well, is that everything? Are you done poking around my ship?"
See, Captain, that wasn't so bad. We're just, making sure that everything is safe for yourself and your crew here. Oh, the captain is organizing a little dinner party for all the captains of the convoy. We'll be sending out invitations when that's been arranged. But we'd love to have the presence of your company.
So long as there's no need to drop out of warp for it.
Oh, I'm sure there won't be. Can I get his reaction? What's going on in his head?
Insight Science, difficulty 3. Would you like to purchase additional dice?
I think I will. I'll purchase one with momentum.
1 extra dice with momentum.
Dang it.
Not only is he difficult to read, he seems to have some training on pulling his thoughts back from the surface. He seems cooler and colder than usual. Like someone who has specifically trained to resist his telepathy.
All right. Well, I'll just thank him again and let the first team beam out, and then I'll go with the last team.
All right. Next ship is the Persephone. And you guys beam out of one ship and onto another civilian ship. This time the Hylian in Captain Alalia
Captain Alalia, I'm Commander Ross. Nice to meet you.
Well, hopefully old Grumpy over there didn't give you too much trouble.
No more than I expected. Do you know him, Mom?
No, just as for this leg of this journey, and that's more than enough knowledge for me.
Has he caused you any problems?
Mainly just the bitching and moaning in the entire time. You would think he was carrying a critical warp core in his hold.
Well, not that we could find, but...
Well, welcome aboard the Persephone. How can we help you?
Well, we'll just check your cargo, your crew, and your engineering department, and we'll get out of your hair.
Very well. By all means. Da-da-da. Ash. Do the same aim rotation as before. On a scale of 1 to 5, how thoroughly do you want to
Well-
scrub this ship?
I can't pick favorites, so she's getting a 5-2.
Okay.
And plus, she's the one that had the unreported equipment in the first place, I believe. In her
Did she?
engines.
Yes. There was something kooky about her engines.
Some unreported modifications, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
So it's brought down to a diff 4 because of my advantage.
Yep. Advantage of the security team.
1 threat, 2 momentum. Let's try to get us some extra.
Was this the ship that we had to help repair earlier? Or was that the Louisa?
Yeah, it was
That was the other one.
Persephone. One,
I
two,
thought that
three,
was
four.
the other one, the Lucy thing.
The Lucia. Let me double check my notes.
I'm pretty sure it was that one.
I thought it was too, but
It
I
was the
couldn't
Cation
remember.
guy, because we got his great accent.
Yes, it was the Lucia that was critically damaged.
I'm gonna be greedy and roll that one and try to get us some momentum back.
Do it. Do it. Do it.
Yay!
Got one back. Same thing as before. Some small arms. There's no weapons on the ship. You do find that at the captain herself has a couple of ornate swords, or it's in her quarters, displayed on a wall,
That's fine.
but they look functional.
That's fine. I admire someone with a sense of a good sharp blade.
And yeah, she leaves you alone. You besides greeting you at the transporter room, and you haven't seen much of her.
Cool.
Welcome back, Doc.
I don't think I have any other questions if her cargo and everything checked out.
Yes. Oh, her cargo is basically a prefabricated structures, pressed sheet metal, and that kind of stuff that could be assembled to emergency structures on the ground, but they can also be used they could be used and modified for space frames.
Okay.
Basic construction and material, self-sealing stem bolts.
Never knew it. Never figured out what those did.
They're stem
Sounds
bolts,
good to me.
but they can self-seal.
Well, I know that, but like, what do you put stem bolts in? No, I don't know. Maybe I'll ask the engineer after this. That's good for me then.
You guys basically just repeated the Nog Cisco art debate on that.
Self-sealing stem bolts. Self-sealing. All right. Dr. Bog. Another ship, another roll. No
Yeah.
reason to increase ease complication here.
Three again.
Yep. This is slightly a larger crew. They have about like 10 crew members. All various Federation and races, and curiously enough, one on Romulan.
How many more ships do we have after this?
Just one more.
Go ahead and use the Starfleet Surgeon's decoration on this one. Character may reduce the difficulty of a single medical task by 1. And
Easily enough.
can my 2 assistants reduce it again?
Yes, you do have a medical team. They can do that again.
Okay. And
if someone wants to pick up one of the crew support sheets, they can assist you with this.
Does a tricorder allow me any kind of reduction or any kind of help
Allows
as
you.
far as equipment?
It makes scanning easier and baseline. If you didn't have a tricorder, you'd be more using insight, and the difficulty would be increased.
Okay.
So, yep, the tricorder is already calculated into the roll.
Calculating in. Okay.
But yeah, it's diff 1 at this point.
I need a control medicine from one of the med crew.
Yeah. Nurse Raz's would probably help with this, or we could go McCormick.
Go ahead and take a threat or bold here.
All right.
Go ahead. Can he re-roll that one?
Let's say has a talent for it.
Okay, it's only for me, isn't it? Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
All right. Well, that gets us a little bit of. It's just 3 points of venom anyway.
Yeah, that helped juice you up. This crew who seems very fine, young, fit. No immediate medical problems.
Okay.
And finally, the engineering check. Control engineering, main diff 3.
And with a team, we can get that down to 2, right?
Yep, team brings that back down to 2, and we can have someone unroll leaf for an assist. Maldon or L, would you like to roll leaf for the assist on this?
Yeah, someone can roll it for. Can they roll it for me? But
Yeah,
happy it out.
Yeah, someone's got it. Diff 2, got it.
Thank you.
No problem.
The engine modifications on this ship. You're not quite sure the origin. It looks like a Federation and member race, but you're not sure. This is a aftermarket at subspace wake generator, and basically you put this on your nacelles, and it can be used to boost your warp speed by up to 0.5. It's a little complicated, and there's an increased risk of the waves becoming discongruent and throwing you out of warp violently. But it's a good way to shave some time off a trip.
As long as the engineer knows the risks. And the captain.
Yep, they know the risks.
All right. I think we're done here.
All right. And last but not least, it's the third ship.
All right, we'll beam over there to Lucia.
And let's start with the engineering check. Let's mix this up a little.
Okay.
Diff 3, brought down Diff 2 with your team.
Let me find.
And as soon as you beam aboard, the captain of the Lucille is very, very gracious. Please, please come in. Welcome to the Lucia. I am very pleased to have you on board. Thank you for coming over. You are very nice.
Is he just being simply gracious or over gracious?
He seems to be gracious. For momentum, I could clarify that for you.
Yeah, I'll take that.
He just seems to be very friendly and a people person, and just loves meeting new people, and is generally appreciative of you guys coming over and doing this inspection.
Well, we're happy to be here, Captain. Looks like your engineering department is good.
Yep. With that, engineering department, it is good. This one's actually really well maintained. A bit overly done, but not unusual. This is the type of captain who changes the oil every 3,000 miles instead of 5,000.
Good guy.
Yeah. And
Who's
to
next,
Throck.
Doctor? Or...
Yeah. Who wants to go next, Doc or Ash?
Doesn't matter to me.
Go ahead, Ash.
Same as you last time.
Diff 5.
Diff 5, 1 threat, 2 momentum.
That is turn.
1 threat, 2 momentum.
Momentum back.
All right, so that brings our total balance up to 2, correct? My math check out there. Cool. Curiously enough, this is the only vessel that appears to be armed. It has very, very, very weak low power or phaser arrays.
I believe that's completely legal.
Yep, completely legal. This is definitely of the grade of, oh no, there's an asteroid. I'm gonna push it out of the way. Yeah.
And as far as cargo goes, everything's good there?
Yeah, lots and lots of food. This appears to be a food ship.
So this is the guy who actually had time-sensitive material.
Yes, he actually has time-sensitive material, although fresh produce product are in and cryo crates. He has grain bins. About 80% of it is just pure staples: beans, rice, ice, butter, salt, all that kind of stuff. But 20% of the reserves is very exotic foods. You know, a rare fruit from Beta Z. There's some meat from Ryza. Very, very luxury food items. But most of it is, you know, beans and taters and rice.
Gotcha.
He also seems to have a personal store and a very elaborate mess hall.
Nice.
He seems to have a thing for food.
Who doesn't? Well, I will take note of that for our state dinner. And as long as nothing else sticks out, I will allow Dr. Bog to do his thing.
Last but not least, Dr. Bog. We have difficulty 3, control medicine, brought down difficulty 2 with your team. We can have a nurse roll to assist.
Okay.
I guess. Yeah.
go ahead and. It's a difficulty 1.
It's difficulty 2. Because you can only, you can only use the surgeon medal once an episode.
That's right. I'll go ahead and spend a momentum to get into action.
Okay.
Oh my goodness!
Wolf.
Wow.
That's impressive right there.
That is impressive if we were playing Dungeons and Dragons.
Is that 3 20s?
No. 19, 19, and 16.
19 and 16.
Would you like to re-roll that with a determination?
Yeah, probably so. I need to take this call though. Hold on just a moment, okay?
Okay. Meanwhile, did any players have any questions for or any of the captains?
I'm around for a sensor scan if you need me to. The thing I was working on is hitting a bandwidth issue on a website, so I need to wait a few minutes on it anyways.
Yeah, you can go ahead and give me reason science difficulty 3, brought down difficulty 2 to do a general sensor sweep.
Reason science?
Yep.
Alright, you said difficulty 2?
Difficulty 2 assisted by ship's sensor science, and that's including the advanced sensor scan.
Alright. Should build a little momentum there.
Yep, and then the ship sensor science. Someone pick that up. Yeah, we got a little momentum there. Clear skies as far as you can see. There is some general traffic in Beta Javon that you're just picking up the hints of. Another convoy came from a different vector and went straight to that site to begin building the defense fleet.
And anyone can use the free question. Anyone who wants to.
All right.
Yep.
Sorry about that.
You're fine.
Where were we? Oh, I need to burn a value or something to get this.
Yeah, spend a determination and reroll that.
I don't know that I've got one that matches that. I mean,
not quite heal or save lives. Let me check. I could take either outdoors oarsman, as this is definitely like standard frontier doctor work, even if you're not like actually roughing it at this point. Or you could do the mission directive, which includes safety and security of all people, of all civilians in the area.
I'll use that one.
Okay.
I don't exactly understand that one, but that's what I'll do.
Yeah. Along with your values is there's a mission directive, if that you can burn a determination on, and the mission directive, if for you guys, is to secure and protect the Silk Road and all assets it's within and provide safety and security for the civilians of this region.
Okay. Okay. And I re-roll all of it then?
Yep, you can reroll all of it.
All right. That's a
That
lot
is
better.
much better. Okay. This is probably a medium-sized crew for this ship. Also be well fed, no injuries. A couple of them have scarring, but they don't seem to want to have that dermally repaired. You know, these kind of like pride scars.
Okay.
And curiously enough, one of them, a female human, is pregnant.
Okay.
She's probably like 2 months along at this point.
Okay. Is that uncommon or something?
It's unexpected. She seems to be generally surprised about it, but happy, and just, you know, something medically to note, so that way now she's aware that she needs prenatal care on the ship.
Okay. I'll give her the, I'll let her know, hey, you need to take care of this, that. Here, here's some of the
Here's a pamphlet.
prenatal stuff you need to take. Here's the list. Just want you to get checked out and all that.
She is curious as on whether or not you could tell who the father is, because she can't quite pin it down.
Oh no.
She's had a couple partners over the relevant time period. I mean, if you could at least narrow down to what race the father is, that would help me know who to contact. I'm out of dock a lot, so at every dock I go to, I find a warm bed. One of those situations.
Oh boy. Okay. Well, I don't know that I'll be able to pin down who it is without being able to cross-reference, but I'll give her an idea of what she's looking at, I guess.
Control medicine. It's very... it's probably fairly standard procedure, but it is very, very young. But you could do a prenatal scan, and for genetics, difficulty 3, and you do have a nurse that can assist.
Okay.
Yeah, if someone pick up Raz's for the assist on this, if you would like.
Yeah. I don't think I want to spend any momentum or anything on this. I mean, I can go out of my way on this one.
Yeah.
But
hey, you managed to get it. Even though it's so small, all the tricorder can isolate enough genetic material, and readouts and stuff to find that this is a half Vulcan. Kind of weird, but not completely unheard of. You know, we have a famous half Vulcan officer from the 23rd century.
Was that?
The infant, the pregnancy is half Vulcan. Infant, baby,
Right.
embryo. It's an embryo at this point.
Okay.
Okay, so that must have been Savek from Ryza when we were there a couple months ago. Okay, that's a thing. I'm gonna have a baby, and he gets all mushy and starts hugging you.
Okay.
Just emotional overload. I'm gonna start hugging the nearest person near me.
Okay. I'll go ahead and hug her back and hope she didn't take that as a sign that I'm going to be this guy in this port.
Thanks. Thank you, Doctor. Yeah. Apparently I have a letter to write. So,
Doctor, if you're down here, I think we're ready to go.
yep. Otherwise everything's so good.
All right, we'll
Mm.
beam back to the Svalinn.
And everyone beams back to the Svalinn.
And I'll head up to the bridge to report back to the captain.
Yep. Meanwhile, on the bridge, one thing of interesting news comes across your desk, Commander Calder.
I look at it.
Yep, I'm sending it to you on Discord. Brief text message is signaled for Captain's eyes only.
I'm gonna send you a reply.
Okay. Okay. Receipt has. Yep. Receipt has been sent. In the meantime, while your crew is going over the safety inspection, is there anything on the ship that you would like to handle or look into?
No.
Okay.
I think
It's a
you know what
pretty.
I thought of something.
You thought of something. Excellent.
Any info of that ship that's going to investigate the Dyson Zoo?
Oh yeah, the Ganymede. Let me double check Stardates. I think they're done. Stardate. Yes, this is finished. Everything seems to be in order. They did a patrol of the area. They could not find the source of how the Hirogen got into the system. If it was a wormhole, it has long uncollapsed since then. They did find a new interesting feature of the spores. Or there was a crewman who was nearby one of the containment vessels that contained some of the spores. And the Vulcan tripped, fell, and placed her hand on a container and appeared to have a psionic attack from it, even through the containment vessel. Symptoms were increased brain activity, but catatonic responses. The doctor was able to use a stimulus as to bring her out of it, but the symptom has been noted with the log regarding this spore, as it seems to have a reaction from telepaths even in a standard containment vessel, and extreme precautions should be made while containing it.
Any tech that we could pull from the Hirogen in ship that might help any potential, other Federation ships? Because we did disable a lot of them.
No one has looked into the Hirogen ships yet. The Ecliptic is still in the region, and they're busy cataloging all the organisms and biomes, but they do have a salvage team on board the Hirogen capital ship. They just haven't come up with a report yet.
Okay.
L and Maldon. Anything you would like to do before we have this dinner party?
I mean, not particularly.
Yeah, I don't have many navigational hazards yet. Otherwise, it's been pretty smooth sailing on Yorin and Maldon. Basically, just keep the nose pointed forward.
Yeah.
A couple times,
all the hard work was done before we even jumped. So,
Elle probably would have at minimum looked up like a bio and info on all the senior officers from each crew.
I'm just imagining Maldon being, yes, the space made out of space.
The space is made of space. There's little things like every so often you'll have to contact one of the ships. Hey, you're drifting in a little bit. Please correct your course. But yeah, fairly standard mundane stuff. As far as the reports go, what are you looking for on the?
Just basic information that might help me in a social setting.
Okay.
No, a little bit about them. Especially if we're going to have a dinner party with all of them.
I can give you like basic biographical information about them. And for Diff 2, if you want to dive any deeper, it'll increase difficulty and complication.
Yeah, let's go for it.
A little deeper dive?
Yeah, a little deeper dive.
All right. That is going to be control, command, or security, difficulty 3, complication 2. And the
control, security.
Yep.
And the focus.
Yep, and the ship can help with computers, plus the department.
All right. And did you say increased complication?
Increased comp by 2. Actually, if the captain is willing to help on this, that will remove the complication.
And that wouldn't hurt, an assist and less on the complication. Alder?
Someone mute their mic again.
I wonder
do you want to assist?
Who are you talking to? Me?
Yeah.
I'll assist.
And then let me spend a momentum on a third dice.
All right, 1 momentum on a third dice. And this is just regular complication.
All right, and it's research focus.
Would diplomacy work as a focus?
Yes.
And I would like to use my determination on mission directive.
You also have the ship's computer security.
So going for the long shot. Computer security.
Yep.
Like you lucky. Nope. Alright, yeah. Determination.
Directive?
Yeah, on directive.
Got anything better?
No, because you know me, I'm all the science stuff.
Yeah, this is the science stuff.
Well, I mean, we can wing this a little bit. Never waste an opportunity to fly because he wants to be the social butterfly.
That was a facepalm. But I'll accept it. That is a stretch, but
it's
yes.
a stretch, but I'm like, let me try it. All right. I mean, I can stretch any one of 3 of the 4. So.
Yep, I will accept it. So go ahead and re-roll however many you would like.
Oh, so I don't have to re-roll that 1?
Nope, you can.
0?
Yep, you can and scoop out as many dice as you want. Nice. As within research focus, 1, 5, 6 on a 3, so that is 3 momentum generated. Nice. Nothing. You go over their records, basically like their basic driver's license, citizen registry.
Let me spend 2 momentum to set up an advantage to give us a -1 on all social tasks at the dinner.
I will accept that. Basically doing your homework. It's not going to be on all checks because there's some things in the public records that won't apply, and there's some things that are not in the public records. But for a lot of the social checks, that would help.
So I heard you got a DUI the other day.
I
That's
wanted
for
to get
everybody,
familiar with you beforehand, so I looked up your criminal history.
Exactly.
You are kind of in your right to do that. They are flying. Yeah, they are flying in your space. You are allowed to stop, pull them over, check their IDs. He's in safety.
And that applies to all of us, or just Elle?
That could be shared with all of you, if a report's sent out.
Yeah.
Yep, a report sent out. Yeah, I'll go ahead and do this now. As everyone comes back on board and you're trading notes and you're getting things ready for the dinner. Captain, we have a message coming in from Jovan.
Put it through.
And let me pull up that sheet. And on the screen is an older Tellarite woman. Whom you met before on Jovan. On her name is Governor Graval.
Hello, the governor.
Hello there, Svalinn. I would like to make a request of the convoy you are currently escorting, particularly the USS, SS Lucia.
Okay, what is... I'll check on the ship if they would be okay with this. And what is this for?
With the increased population and the personnel you've sent here, I find we have found ourselves in a famine. Our emergency food supplies have dropped up 20% in the last month, and we do not have the power needed to replicate enough. Diverting this ship to our course would alleviate that tension that we have.
Okay, we could do that and see. We could also maybe send some engineers to help fix your power problem.
I would be greatly appreciated. And with that, he cuts the screen off quite abruptly. Do you hail the Lucia?
Yeah.
Yes, this is Captain Suresh here.
I've just received a call from Better Deville saying that they are at the start of a food shortage.
Oh?
Would you mind assisting them with this situation?
I have food orders for Deep Space Erykannia. They said that their food situation was as dire. I don't think I have enough food for 2 planets. And I have an original agreement and contract with the staff at Deep Space Erykannia. I feel for them, and I do, but I don't think there's much I can do about this. Perhaps if we call ahead for another ship to bring in supplies.
I'll see what I can do.
Very well. Oh, by the way, hey, does anyone have a spice allergy aboard your ship?
You could contact my chief medical officer on that.
Very well. I do not wish to harm anyone with this curry. If that is all, Commander, Lucia out.
That's not suspicious.
This banquet or a potluck?
It is a banquet, but apparently he's bringing his own food. That sounds like someone else's problem.
Everybody be polite and try a bite.
Okay.
With that information, what would you like to do, Captain?
See if I could find someone who would assist with the situation from the list of contacts I currently have.
Do you have any favors and reputations that you might be able to pull strings on?
God, I'm thinking of if there's any. Not that many worlds that I really help that would also solve our food problem. Well, the food problem.
Shothrak does have a favor with Nea. If you would like to cash in on that would definitely help with this check.
Are you okay with that, Ash?
Sure, the good of the people and all. I guess I'll have to get that guy fired some other way. Yeah, sure. I'll dump that into that.
Okay.
Spending threat.
So what am I rolling?
To find a nearby a ship or port that would be able to help with this. Reason con, difficulty 3, complication 3. The difficulty is lowered because you can kind of wave the flag of Admiral Nea, and she can pull some emergency powers on this. Part of the complication is the short time frame that you kind of have to figure this out. But
okay. Question, GM. How much threat did you spend?
2 threat.
Okay. Take that. 2 back and take 4 momentum.
All right. And while they're talking about this, yeah, it's kind of an engineering role. Ross, could you give me a reason engineering difficulty E2? Or reason or insight? You might be able to catch something here.
Okay.
Oh no.
With the
Can I
ship.
quash that with threat?
It would generate two threat or complication.
Would the ship be assisting?
And
couldn't left assist?
left could assist on this.
Is the ship rolling something then?
Yeah, left can assist, and the ship can assist with computers con.
And let's have left roll.
Left for the win.
Okay.
Does left have any focus in like logistics or quartermaster? Or...
Yes, troubleshooting.
This will be equivalent to troubleshooting. Okay, so you generate 1 momentum off that, and you can have 2 momentum to quash that complication.
Yeah, let's do that. And would leadership or diplomacy work as a focus?
Either or, but one moment. Let me resolve Ross first. You kind of overhear the conversation and about food shortages and stuff, and something doesn't click right. This is an entire planet. So you do like a quick back of the envelope computation, and you kind of send it by left and the computer really quick, make to double check it. It seems that while she does have a deficit, she's not in debt yet. So she has a food store, and there's a net deficit to her food production, you think. But at the rate they're going, they probably have a couple months before, or they really have to start rationing. And if they start rationing now, it'd probably stretch that.
So it's not a super urgent issue.
No.
Would that decrease the complication?
That would decrease your complication if you are not trying to resolve this issue quickly. Yeah, if you're not like, oh, I need a ship within the next week, now you can go, okay, we just need to schedule someone to stop by and take care of this. So yes, that would decrease the complication to complication 2.
Okay, I'll do that. And then begin the goal.
And the ship can assist with computers con. As you're going out and trying to basically ping all the civilian ships nearby and try to figure out who's where and who has what. And you manage to hit 3 on the dot. You call up Nea, and at first she's kind of confused and exasperated, and okay, so this governor is trying to pull a fast one on us. Why does she want the ship in particular? She's not in any hurry for this.
Am I on this call with this favor?
Yes, you and the captain will be on this call all together.
Well, Admiral, it's just a guess, but this shipment does contain quite a abundant amount of luxury goods as well. Very rare and hard to get a hold of luxury goods.
Okay. Probably some private buyers on DSE have already requisitioned them.
I'm not in agreement.
I can and see about getting a emergency freighter out to Jovan on within 3 weeks. I might be able to push something in faster or from Starbase 27.
I would like to spend my Medal of Honor to give an advantage to reduce the time.
I will allow that. Yes. Okay. Just to get her off your back, I can see about getting that done within 2 weeks.
Okay.
And let me make a note of that. Okay, I don't have details yet. This is going to take me a couple days to sort out, but if you could call Governor Gravel and let her know that we are doing what we can on our end, and the Lucia is to make route to Deep Space Erykannia at best possible speed.
Okay, I will say thank you for the assistance, falling out, and then begin laying the message to the governor.
You managed to pull up the governor. Oddly enough, you pull her up on screen and she sits there. She doesn't acknowledge or anything. Screen's on. She's blinking.
Yeah. To tell her that a supply ship will come in 2 weeks. It was originally going to be 3 weeks, but I pulled some strings.
I simply do not have the time or the means to wait that long. If I delay this any longer, I might have riots in my streets.
Can I insight check the governor?
Absolutely.
She
Insight
hasn't
command diff
made
3.
any insults or anything, and she a Tellarite being quiet. Is she being held hostage?
Could I insight?
Literally,
yes,
I'm honestly worried about that.
Yeah. Take a threat, so that way bold works, and with forensics, diplomacy, or leadership work?
Forensics will work.
Since I'm specifically going off the whole, is she being held hostage here? What's going on thing? Is she in danger thing? Can I argue for insight security?
I will allow that and anti-piracy as well, because this would be
Thank
a
you.
trick pirates might use.
Agreed. Take your threat. One threat.
One threat, two threat, red threat, blue threat.
Is there a blue threat?
Would my
There is.
telepathic ability be able to pick up anything?
Yes, you can. She's a bit far away, so for you it would be diff 3.
So we don't have any momentum, so I'd have to pick up some threat.
Actually, we might have some momentum off this. So Calder hits, Shathrak gains 2 momentum off the top. So there is 2 momentum on the table.
Oh wait, I accidentally rolled insight con.
Con.
So yeah, that a 1 should be a 2.
Yep, the 1 should be a 2, so 1 more. Yep. I'll just add 1 more momentum. Okay, so we have 3 momentum on the table for you, new Rost.
Okay. What do you want me to roll?
I'm still trying to figure out telepathy. Insight command. There we go.
Nice.
And assuming you spent 1 momentum for that 3rd dice.
Correct.
Okay. All right, in order, from the top. Calder. She seems very perturbed and upset at that things are not going her way, and it feels like she's not used to not getting her way, and you pulling this is rubbing her the wrong way. Shathrak, she appears to be doing this under her own volition. She does have ulterior motives, but they're not obvious yet. She's playing a long game, is what you're picking up. And Ross, you pick up the idea. You pick up ideas of frustration and of I don't want to pull this card, but I will if I have to. And this is over like 30 seconds of you guys looking over each other and side-eyeing each other.
Not sure what's going on there.
I can answer additional questions for our momentum.
I don't have any, unless you two have one.
Can I get an idea if my guess on her wanting those luxuries was accurate or not?
For 1 momentum.
I'll spend that.
The lecture items, yeah, she appears to want the Lucia itself. Another cargo ship later is not going to meet her needs.
Captain, could you mute her?
And Bailey mutes the comm.
Captain, I believe my previous guess was correct. I don't think the staples is what she's looking for. There's something in the Lucia specifically. My guess would be their luxury goods. Don't know why though.
Can we know why with the momentum?
Not enough information.
If they really are dealing with even the beginning stages of a famine, I'm not sure why luxury goods would be her priority.
Maybe she wants to sell them and make a profit or something like that.
I mean,
It's very possible.
also the ship recently got a defense force, so, and I think one of their ships is a Miranda class, which comes with a replicator, which could assist with some of the major famine.
It's not the replicators themselves that's the issue. She's citing more mouths to feed, as well as not having the power source. Fusion generators are great, but even they have a limit for how many replicators they can run simultaneously.
Can we also give them a? Well, aren't they also having a station construction? Well, a star base.
Yeah. You have they have a star base and a defense fleet in construction, and she's citing that as extra mouths to feed for her system, and that's putting her in deficit.
Well, I know the standard protocol would be that the forces building would also bring their own food.
Huh? They would. As well, the Miranda class, all starships are fairly self-sustaining, at least for a period of time.
Yes, so currently so the cause wouldn't be the extra personnel because they would be coming in self-sustained.
Yep. Curiouser and curiouser.
You know what? Part of me is actually going to spend that momentum to see if the station or the defense fleet could donate. Will help with their food problem if they do have one.
Absolutely. In theory, yes, especially a starship in orbit, they could. I mean, their replicators are powered by a warp core. They could make food for years. And supply the planet. Granted, they would have to make them in orbit and beam down, unless they have an industrial replicator that they could place down on the planet.
Does the colony not have an industrial replicator?
They do, but they are not programmed for biomatter. They are industrial replicators for machine shops.
Yeah, I got pushed in.
Well, let's call the station and see if they can modify their industrials to work with biomass.
So are you gonna close the call on the governor or keep her on hold?
Oh no, I'm doing the.
I could distract you if you want.
Well, more like me still having her on the screen unmuted and also going to call the station.
Okay, so you still have her on hold. Would you like to hide the fact that you are calling the station?
Suggestions?
Conference caller on.
Yeah, part of me wants to do the conference call with her and the station.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good idea. Call
Excellent.
a bluff.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you are just gonna drag him into the call, there's gonna be no role for that. You can just drag him in.
Oh yeah, let's do it.
All right. Station commander is on the horn. female Andorian in lieutenant rank, and kind of scruffed up. Looks like she's been digging around in the engines for a little bit. Spending 2 threat to activate cat filter.
Oh, that was great.
Oh yeah. Hello there.
Yeah, I am Lieutenant Zephyrin, and I'm here on the Starbase, the beginning of Space Station in Javon.
Would you be able to send a crew to assist the people around Prime to improve their current industrial replicators to include biomass and food stuff?
We could. May I ask why?
I'll explain the situation to them.
Okay, you explain the situation, and she goes, okay, I never heard anything about that.
Yeah, I'm just like staring at the governor's part of the screen this whole time. I'm just like,
She's returning the stare.
Mm-hmm.
Eventually she blinks. You win the staring contest. Yeah, I'm quite confused on this as well. So yeah, we can definitely do that. It'll slow down construction a little bit, but if they're having a food shortage, we can take care of that.
That would be excellent.
Okay. Yeah, we can make that happen for you.
Is the governor just silent this entire call?
She's been muted the entire call, and she knows it.
Oh no, she would have been unmuted if the
Oh, she's
we put it under concert call, yeah.
Oh, okay. So she was unmuted for this. Okay. In that case, she was just glaring angrily for no good reason.
Oh, perfect.
Spending threat. I cannot accept this. We need that. I can't accept any delays on the Starbase and the defense fleet. We heard reports that there are Hirogen in the region and pirate activity. We need the security infrastructure in immediately.
Well, if that's the case, I could send my runabout with a crew of engineers to modify the replicators.
Yeah, yes, Captain. I would be willing to take the what's the Delta Flyer called?
The Slipnir.
I would be willing to take the Slipnir to the colony and assist the governor in modifying her replicators and assisting in the defense of our planet from the Hirogen.
Well,
until the Svalinn can join.
Yeah, I do recommend it instead the Ericsson because that could carry more stuff.
I was going off of speed, but yeah, okay.
Ericsson can carry more cargo. Oh, the Delta Flyer is more for personnel and a little bit of long storage. It can't haul a whole lot though.
I was just going off of, I think the runabout's top speed is like warp 5, and I think the Delta Flyer's 7. So if she needs us there quickly, is what I was going off of.
Oh yeah. Can you pull up the map?
I sure can.
How far away are we?
Like, I mean, I think we're closer than we are at the start.
Whoops. That's the wrong map.
That's the whole map, Derek.
Yeah, we need a smaller map.
We're actually like not that far. We're like 3 hectares away.
Yeah, you're 10 light years, so
It's like 2
Yeah.
days on a runabout.
2 days in a runabout.
I just need to be back before we get to the space Kraken.
I mean, it's gonna take us more than 2 days to actually get to the Kraken, so I'd imagine you'll have more than enough time.
I'd love to go assist the governor on whatever issue she's having. I don't believe it's food related. It's out of character. I would love to go wave the flag.
At this point, the governor's is gonna go. I am going to have to activate my state of emergency powers for the sector. As the only colonized planet of this sector, I am the defector sector governor, and as such, I have the power to requisition in any civilian vessel within my space and divert their course or means of the safety and security of my people.
Sorry, Governor, but we are not in your sector. Am I wrong, GM?
You're just barely in. Or
Okay. I was looking at this map and I'm like,
for
doesn't look like we're there.
for 2 momentum, I would have allowed you to be just outside of her space.
Okay.
Do anyone cut a medal of honor to Baron?
I will
Aren't
spend my
these supplies-
determination and create an advantage.
Aren't
Can we
these
do that?
supplies going to a Federation starbase?
They are. Yeah, they're already bespoke for Federation Starbase on the far side of the map, Deep Space Erykannia.
Could I spend my determination for a advantage for that, GM?
I will allow that because this
A
is cheeky.
responsibility to the truth.
The truth is, you are not in her sector.
No, we're not, and she is not telling me the truth.
Okay.
Wow.
That's awesome.
Wow.
Part of me is like, are you sure you need neither the food and meat leading off the entire list of luxury items on there?
Can I jump in real quick?
Yep, this
Oh,
is
yeah,
taking
go,
place on the
El.
bridge.
Was this on the bridge or at the social gathering?
This is the bridge. Yeah, this is the bridge over comms.
Okay, so Elle will very craftily go into the screen and say, with all due respect, you might want to check your maps one more time.
Ooh, bird.
But, Governor, if the captain agrees, of course, I would be willing to join you and assist you with your problem. Of course, we're not in your sector, but I believe if with the captain's permission, I would be willing to divert with a runabout. Perhaps what is the ship called again? The cargo, the food ship?
Lasura.
Maybe the Lusura can supply us with enough to hold you out for even longer. Or we can just replicate it. Never mind, I don't say that.
Okay. I'm gonna do a opposed presence command and talk her into it. I will say you have 2 advantages. Is from 1, her not being in an actual state of emergency and abusing those powers, and 2, you are not actually in her jurisdiction as of yet.
And will we
Okay,
be allowed to assist the captain in this?
I will allow 1 person to assist in the argument.
Okay, I would like to.
For purely role based, I will let the exo.
Take that threat back. Put that threat back, because I'm going to be spending all that to get a total of 4 dice.
Okay. as I delete it. All right. She is. She. Okay, so I'm going to spend 3 to get a determination, and that means I need to spend 2 more to get up to 4 dice. She's spending to the value of I am the beacon of order within the chaos of space for an automatic success.
I would like to use a milestone.
Okay.
So instead of take back those 2 threats on the grounds of gotta remember this. Can I know I've definitely did a determination spend towards leadership for the after the
Anytime you like talked up to a leader or to a civilian leader.
Yeah. I'm trying to remember if I did hit 1 or 2 determination spends against the those Bajorans.
Yeah. I think it was 2. So
yeah.
So you're spending 2 milestones then?
No, 1 because I know I already spent 1 towards that.
Okay. So 1. All right. So 1 milestone to what value?
I think I'll go. No one likes to bully with the stand up. She's kind of using her powers.
No, really? She's a bully. I would never thought. Yes, that applies.
Okay, so that's 3 dice and and a invisible critical success force dice.
Okay.
And what am I rolling?
Presence command. And 1 person, I believe the exo is going to assist.
Okay.
Okay.
So you're rolling 3 dice and 1 crit?
Yes.
1. Okay. I should be up to 4 dice. All right, so our 2 determinations cancel out. So, but you also have 2 free hits because of the advantages you created. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 versus 6. You just it takes a bit. There's a lot of back and forth, but you manage to put your foot down and say, no, these goods are spoken for, and they are going to Deep Space Erykannia. You are not in an emergency situation. You don't have the authority to use your powers like this.
Is this illegal?
Depends on depends on who you talk to, and depends on who reports it.
I mean, I am going to report this situation to Nair and see if she could do some form of undercover investigation, maybe have one of the other ships assist in this, because I imagine we do have people in the fleet specialized in some form of undercover investigations.
that could be something we can ask the fleet for.
Yes.
But at that, you manage to talk your way out of this thorny situation, and defeated, quite furious, and she goes, I do look forward to working with you again in Svalinn, with all sorts of sarcasm. And she cuts off her comm.
It's a shame. I think I would enjoy working with her in person.
Which leaves the lieutenant and Shatharin just standing there going, what are my orders, Captain? That was a thing. I could still help them on the planet, but it sounds like you solved that situation.
Could continue working towards the trying to think of like how long do you think it would take for the replicated modifications to go down? Because I think the defense fleet could be fine on its own until you're done.
Yeah, we could do that. Might take a couple days is to reconfigure industrial replicators, but yeah, we can make that happen.
Okay. You'll do that, and I will send a report to Admiral Nea.
Thank you. Starport out. And she kind of awkwardly shuts off the comm.
I will contact Admiral Nea.
Your token is let's go to ship interior for this. Everyone's on bridge. And Nea. Whoa, big token. Yes, Captain. Was there something else?
There are two things I would like to say. First thing, we sort of help solve their food, well, the current problem. And secondly, I would like, well, I sent her my report, and I'm also going to ask if she could do some form of undercover investigation on this governor to see if she is using her powers.
Undercover on Jovan and governor. Funny enough, we just had an attempted coup not too far from you.
Yeah, I've got the message and say if they do need help, we could assist them, because I felt like the last time we assisted the Tiger Squad, we weren't that much of help.
Yeah, I'll definitely make sure of it. As of now, that is a whole squirrely situation as is, because technically it's a civil war, sovereign government fighting amongst itself. We don't have the jurisdiction in there. So right now we're just trying to put a fence around them and make sure that it doesn't spill over into our space.
Yeah, let's True, and let's hope that the right people will actually call for assistance. We'll call for Starfleet assistance.
Unfortunately, dealing with if needy governors is kind of part out of the job. Anything else I can do for you, Calder?
Just those two. Well, just what I told you.
Okay. Do we still need that emergency food supply sent to the Javon system?
Yeah, let's do. Yeah.
Okay. I will send that underway, and I'll also look into investigation and into the governor.
Thank you.
And yeah, we'll try to keep you apprised of what's going on in the Chico in space, but pretty much if worst comes to worst, or you're gonna be the second fence. First fence that's gonna burn will be a Tiger Squadron in Deep Space Erykannia, so they're gonna be falling back to your location.
Okay.
But hopefully that is war plans that we won't have to implement. If that is everything, I will be off. Naya out.
Captain, I would love a briefing on that situation. If I should be preparing for possible engagements.
Yeah, I'll send a report to you, but by send I mean the DM will send notes because I don't have the notes on me.
Okay.
Or at least make the current notes about the tall grass.
Out of character, I do have some experience, but it's been a while.
Okay. What exactly would you be looking at?
I guess just like the current status. Like, should we be expecting them to start invading this space?
It's not an invasion. It actually looks like the Chigoan Empire has fractured into two factions and they're fighting amongst each other. Tiger Squadron is worried that because the Chigoans have a perchance for our weapons of mass destruction, and that their war might spill over into our space.
Yeah, and the last time this happened, we kind of almost had two separate timelines, and we met a fourth dimensional being.
Yeah, I was going to say, what is that? This timeline or the other timeline?
I mean, I think the fourth dimensional being already fixed that.
Time travel, not even once.
Somebody needs to take those weapons from the Chigoans. They just don't need them.
I mean, sadly, that is currently against the Prime Directive.
Yeah, that's hard against the Prime Directive, but
I think that's against the second directive.
Let me remind you all the data that L gathered on those weapons.
I mean, if you have free time and you wanted to find some forms of countermeasures, by all means.
I will probably do that again.
Yeah, you can and definitely start cooking some Chigoan countermeasures in the background.
Great.
Again.
Can never get rid of these guys.
Hey, that's not my fault. That is someone else's fault. You are just dealing with the consequences, and thus I'm dealing with the consequences.
Wait, what ship were you previously on?
I was Andromeda. We met these guys.
Yeah, Ash and I were both on the Andromeda together, and that was a circus.
We were like 3 light years away when they destroyed their 4 billion of their own people. That was fun.
Jesus.
Yeah, they had a war going on between them and the Woohoo, and they blew up a star. They just flat up, nope, burn it, even
On
though
purpose,
the system was
just
on purpose, and the system was inhabited with 4 billion residents.
yeah, it was like their industrial system, and they were just like, yeah, nah, blow it up.
Okay, so let's set up some like potential plans for if
They crazy.
Well, yeah. Well, if our forces are pushed back into the to the Silk Road, more like as soon as this happens, should we move the Svalinn towards assisting Ushining forces? This is near the border.
Probably so. Great. Okay, great. This is fine.
This is fine. This is
fine.
fine.
What's the
I
status?
thought I was rid of those bastards.
What's the status on the Spawn's fighters? If we do have a squadron of fighters.
Oh, they like
Oh
fighters.
yeah, that's a thing. Yeah, I honestly kind of forgot about that. We do have sometime I'm ago you do have fighter wings ready. Maldon, that kind of falls under your department.
All right.
So
do we have
basically during combat you're gonna have a couple other powers besides just maneuvering the ships. You can also deploy fighter wings into different configurations to gain advantages on rolls.
Nice. Okay.
And yeah, you're basically at this point you're still running simulations and kind of shaking them down because fighter squadrons are kind of a new thing. And Starfleet hasn't really done carriers before, so you're kind of working out the kinks as you go.
All right.
But so we have a lot of balls in the air. Stupid Woohoo. Although apparently Grennan has made a rough alliance with the Quaqua.
Oh, that's good.
So we at least have one friend out there.
I don't remember which one the Quackwa was.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to.
Those guys are the carriers. So
Yep.
those are the guys with the carriers.
Those are the
Okay,
guys
okay.
with the carriers, and there's a bunch of
Ooh.
cultural stuff that you were not familiar with.
Those are those guys. Ooh. Those are the ones we directly fight, isn't it? Yeah, okay.
Okay. And it is at this point that at the mess hall chimes up to the bridge. Captain.
Yes. Calder here.
This is crewman McCone. Account? How do you pronounce that guy's last name? McCowan?
McCowan?
McCowan.
Yeah, McCowan.
This is crewman McCallan. I have your steak dinner all set up.
Steak dinner.
Yeah. I've cordoned off the mess hall all for a steak dinner. I have the food hot and ready to go, so we can bring the guest over whenever you're ready.
Yeah, start the dinner when it. Dang it! I forgot the time to say like when the current hour is up. Like say if the current time is 10 10:20, and you want to do it at 11. Like what's
you basically have like 30 minutes before or the top of the hour, and he'll still be ready at the top of the hour.
Yeah, I'll order to have the party at the top of the hour.
Okay. And what will the dress code be? Are we putting out the dress uniforms?
Not the white ones.
The white ones?
I said not.
Oh, not. Okay, good.
Oh,
More
okay. So like one step down from the white uniforms, but one step up from duty.
Well, I mean, we have seen the movie version, like the non-white version of them in like the Worf and Jetsia wedding.
Yep. They kind of have like a longer tunic that's almost a robe, and they have gold threads.
The dress ones.
Yep.
To be honest, they kind of look a tad like the Voyager uniforms in a bit.
Okay. And is the entire senior staff invited?
Yeah, the senior staff are being invited to this celebration.
All right. Everyone, and dress S's up. I'm going to pick on Maldon in a little bit as you go as you go to your quarters. You can't find a dress boot. One of your dress boots is just mysteriously gone in your.
I would like to check where the gravity boots are supposed to be.
I mean, can't you just use the replicator?
Maybe.
The gravity boots are where you left them.
All right, I check the fridge next. That was kind of a joke, but
nope, it's not in the fridge.
Fair enough.
It's just sitting in the replicator.
All right, I'm gonna go make one in a replicator then.
Okay. Control con diff 1. See if you can order the right size. Maldon?
Yeah, my roll 20 has problems, so I had to sign back in. It decides to just jump out for no reason.
Oh yeah.
A little bit familiar with that. It's happened a couple of times before. Control con diff 1, right?
Yep. Oh no.
Huh.
That didn't sound good.
Yeah, there's a complication.
Uh-oh.
Ooh, it's a heel.
Why you gotta be so complicated?
Dang it, the boots got a flying kick in the face.
Do you have a means of buying that off or re-rolling it? You do succeed, so you have at least one floating momentum from all fingers and thumbs.
Yeah, all fingers and thumbs. I still need a second one. I can't use any of my other stuff because didn't spend any threat. That's true. Am I really about to see if I'm gonna? Am I really about to like burn a medal?
I think you should keep it.
I mean, you could get it back next game.
Eh,
Or you could just let it stand and see what happens.
yeah, honestly, I kind of want to just let it stand and see what happens. Let's go for it. And make it
Okay.
interesting.
You do replicate the boot. You put it on quickly. Dress your, do once over at the mirror, and then you walk down the hallway. It's barely noticeable. It's barely noticeable as you're walking down on the deck and take the turbo lift. But about when you hit the mess hall, you hear your boot squeaking with every step. Eek, eek, eek. Every left boot step, there's a audible squeak.
Okay. I will attempt to lighten. I will definitely favor the other foot heavily.
Excellent.
And I will also tend to try and avoid moving as well.
Lieutenant, are you skipping?
Almost.
Hints at laugh track here.
At this point, the captains and show up, and indeed, a Sarish comes in and with a big pot of curry, and it smells wonderful. There's lots of spices. This is deep red color, or there's vegetables from across at least 3 planets that you can see, and this tender meat has been simmering in it. Here, I come bearing gifts. The galaxy is a wonderful place, and I believe that all meals should be as wonderful as the places we go to. And he kind of looks at the formal state 8 table that is set up with like the 3-course meals and the 3 plates and the silverware, and he just kind of like scooches over a candlestick display and plops his pot right there.
Well, I can't wait to try it.
I agree.
Agreed.
So we're gonna do cocktails before dinner and chit chat, or go straight to dinner?
Yeah, this is basically free role playing. You guys can chit chat. You can ask any more questions, do any role play. There's some cocktails else available. There's a full bank. There's a full banquet dinner that's been prepared, and apparently Cation curry.
What is Taladamon doing?
He has taken in a cocktail and he is standing in the background. He's kind of annoyed, but at the same time, he's scanning everyone.
I'll walk up to him. So, can I get you a drink, Captain?
I am okay. This is kind of a new one for me. I've not been in a formal state dinner before.
Well, we may be dressed up, but we like to keep things casual. So I hope we didn't inconvenience you too much this afternoon.
No, I understand you are just doing your jobs. There you go. There's party music now.
Thanks. I hate it.
Smooth jazz.
Yeah.
You like jazz?
You like jazz? Maldon is he's kind of upset right now.
Elle, you notice that Maldon is upset at something.
Where are we at right now?
The mess hall. It's a formal state dinner.
Okay. Is there drinks and stuff around?
Yeah. There's some cocktails that are being served. Crewman Kawan. I butchered that one again. McNone is finishing up in the kitchen off to the side, and there's a giant pot of curry that has been informally plopped onto the state table.
All right. Elle will go over to the replicator and get Maldon's favorite drink and take one over to him and just say, "Hey, buddy, what's up?"
Did you make that in the replicator?
Yeah.
Give me a insight command diff 1. See if you ordered the right thing.
Insight command diff 1.
Yep.
I don't. Research focus.
Have you actually researched Maldon's favorite drink?
We're like drinking buddies.
Okay, I'll accept it. One momentum gained, as indeed. Maldon, what would your favorite drink be?
Oh, I honestly have no idea. Something. I haven't put a whole lot of thought into it, to be honest.
It's green.
Yeah,
It's
the green one.
It's green.
Oh, it's green.
Rizian Sunshine.
As Elle walks towards Maldon, who is standing in the corner and trying very hard not to move about.
You look a little tense there, buddy.
Can't walk.
Did you try crawling first?
I don't think that would be appropriate.
Why can't you walk?
Oh, because of this. I'll just slightly shift my my weight over onto my squeaky boot.
Squeak. Especially with your keen senses, as Elle, it is quite noticeable. It kind of, you have to like pull at your ear a little bit to get the sound out.
Yeah.
I couldn't find my boot. I lost one of my boots earlier today, so I made a new one in the replicator, and it won't stop. Unless I stop, so now I have to stop.
This is a dilemma.
I'll say.
Wait, I have an idea.
All right, let's hear it.
Can Elle and Maldon like sneak out of the dinner party for like 2 minutes?
In theory, yes. You're not like locked in here.
Okay. Go to like someplace close by, whether it be like a conference room or an office. Replicate replicate like a crutch in 2 halves. So you just snap them together, and you have a crutch. Elle's idea was to just give him the crutch, so it would legitimately look like he got hurt somehow. As we left somewhere, he could say he stubbed his foot pretty hard, and so now he's got to limp around until he can go see the doctor tomorrow.
Okay.
Hold on. Why aren't you gonna just try and make another boot?
You could just make another boot.
That's what I was thinking.
You're at a replicator already. You could make another boot.
Well, okay. Well, I figure he already tried, and I wouldn't want him to have another squeaky boot.
I mean, just because I can't use the replicator doesn't mean that maybe you don't know how to work it better. I'm just upset that I tried to use it, couldn't get it to work.
All right. Well, after hearing that, Elle will go ahead and try and make him a new boot.
Presence con on difficulty 2 and both of you can assist each other to see if you can slip out without anyone making a fuss.
Presence what?
Presence con, because this is a roll that happens a lot.
All right.
Diff 2, and the 2 of you can assist each other. Yep. You manage. You the 2 of you manage to slip out into the hallway, and no one seems to be missing you, and you can quickly go to a replicator and replicate a new boot. As you're in the hallway in dress uniform, ripping off one boot, hopping around, throwing in the replicator, and making a new one.
The new boot will also have like on the bottom of the sole like a flame to represent him always in the wanting to fly around with the flying boots.
Sure, I can allow that.
It's just on the bottom of the sole.
Yep, on the bottom of the sole, it's just kind of etched in there. There's a flame on the heel. As you're doing this, as Maldon, you're like leaning up against the wall, pulling a boot off in dress uniform. A couple of crewmen walk by, and actually, Magnus walks by. She's off duty and goes, Lieutenant? Everything okay?
No, my boot's wrong. I gotta make a new one.
He had to go through boot camp training.
Audible snort.
All right, even Maldon is gonna roll his eyes at that one.
Magnus laughs and she's like, "I'll see you tomorrow, Lieutenant," and she goes on her way. The 2 of you manage to slip back into the dining room. Boots now squeaky clean, but thankfully silent.
That will substantially help Maldon's mood.
Meanwhile, is there anyone else that would like to talk or discuss things with each other?
I don't have any specifics, but I think Rock will be chatting with Captain Alea, the Persephone. How do you say it? Alea?
Yep, Alea of the Persephone. Okay.
I don't really have anything specific, but
Just chatting with her in general. Are you just being social, or do you have an agenda here?
no, just good conversation.
Yeah.
Before we eat.
Yep, she gives you a good conversation, and she talks about some of the journeys she's been through, some of the more daring escapes she's had to do from pirates. Including
I'm very interested in her story about piracy.
One time, she managed to pull a slingshot maneuver around a gas giant at Warp 2.
Good thing you didn't go back in time.
Wasn't quite that fast, but yeah, she managed to redirect her course at warp speed and managed to throw off the pirate.
Dope.
Pretty dope. Pretty crazy maneuver.
Dope.
At this point, crewman McNown comes out and says, as you all may be seated for our dinner, I'll have this out. My staff have been preparing this for the past 8 hours, and we hope you enjoy it. And everyone is formally seated, and the food that you previously ordered has been plated out. Sit, you eat. The food is really good compared to replicator rations. It's probably the best food any of you guys have had in months.
Excellent.
Here's the important question.
Yes.
How's the curry?
How many people would like to try the curry?
I'll give it a shot.
I'll try it.
Raise his hand.
Fitness medicine difficulty 2.
Oh god.
Con checks for the chili.
I'm just gonna do a straight roll.
Focus on athletics.
Oh!
Nice. Athletics, yes.
Ooh.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh wow.
I heard a couple couple other hands in there.
Yeah, let me go fitness, medicine.
Did we all have to roll it?
If you're trying the curry, yes.
Do it.
I mean, you're gonna be rude if you don't.
El's picky on his food.
That makes sense, being a bird and all.
Wow. At the rate everyone else is rolling, it's probably a good thing.
It is.
I've been practicing. I've been hard at work with L and keeping things down. So
when's the last time 3 people failed to make a diff 2 roll?
I recommend Fen spend the 2 momentum to quash that complication.
There's
you
2
wanna keep
momentum
it.
on. There's 2 momentum on the table. Ross, you can and quash that at complication, or you can let it stand.
Come on, this is the one to let it stand.
This is
This is the one to have some fun.
Also, can just to get some use out of it, can we apply the advantage on Throck so he can succeed?
I don't want to succeed. I'm good.
Oh, you don't want to succeed? All right,
I'm good.
just offer
I'm
it.
good. This is fun. I'm happy with this. This is fun.
Yeah,
I appreciate it.
Can I use my determination to get rid of the complication?
You can use the determination and just pick those back up and re-roll them.
Okay.
On what value?
Other cultures are interesting and have much to offer.
Absolutely. That is a great value for this.
Nice.
It's not a comp.
It is not a comp. You know what?
Still
I've
on.
been having to use my determination on Curry.
I like how I like how it was just an unspoken agreement that none of us would buy dice for this.
Yeah. Maldon,
yeah.
you try the curry. It is really, really good. It's very flavorful. It's been in roasting for a long time. The spices have interesting profiles. There's a little bit of zest in it. This is amazing curry, unlike anything you've had before, or because this is multicultural curry. This uses food from at least 3 different planets.
Wonderful, excellent.
Can I have a recommendation of 2 momentum to have advantage of everyone who failed. Poker face.
I will allow it.
Now that I like.
I like that.
You bet your sweet Bippy. I'm gonna just absolutely give many kudos to our friend, my good friend who brought this over, because this is absolutely excellent. And I'm gonna be going around the party, especially now that food's fixed. Everyone at the party, I'm gonna be like, well, at least from the crew, be like, oh my gosh, did you guys try that? Oh, it was so good.
This isn't curry. This is an experience. This is an experience.
Don't do that. Everyone else is looking out crazy. I was just laughing.
And for us, it was just too spicy, or what's going on?
Yeah. For the rest of you, this is just way too spicy. Your eyes are burning, and your nose is dripping, and that twitch in the cheek is happening. This is insane. You're not sure if you're biting. You're not sure if you're biting into a chili pepper or uranium.
I have a very important question.
Yes.
Can I use my Starfleet decoration of gallantry to half that? If it works on disruptors, it can work on some pepper.
Yes.
Same here.
Best use of a determination medal ever.
Can I also use my metal gallantry?
4.
Everyone's just running over to
4
the
stress.
replicators to get some milk.
4 stress. Yeah, I'm gonna half that.
Same. I am shotgunning my water.
You are shotgunning your water. Oh, it burns. It burns so bad. This should be illegal for how hot it is.
I'm eating some ice in the corner.
Like not individual. Look, he was just a straight block.
Yeah, there's just like a
Meanwhile-
pizza-sized block.
Meanwhile, Maldon's having seconds.
And possibly thirds if I can fit it. I'll be sitting there eating it and be talking to people, just like, I just can't get enough. It's so good.
This is like the culmination of 3 worlds coming together into the best dish ever. Millions of years of evolution have come together to create this dish. So many cultures, so many genealogies and arcologies, and everything has come together into this one dish. It is almost divine.
I mean, you can taste how long the meat has been in there for. I mean, it permeates the whole dish, and the way it's balanced so perfectly with the spice, it's excellent.
And Suresh is just loving this and is just divulging all the information and the ingredients, and even going into the evolution of the creature that the meat is from.
You bet your sweet Bippy I'm taking notes. So I'm gonna be like, I gotta be able to make this for the crew sometime. After we can't be with you. I know it's not gonna be as good as yours. Don't get me wrong, but I gotta get this flavor. At least as close as I can manage.
Control Con Diff 1 to see if you can get the recipe.
What about the other 2 captains? How do they handle curry?
Tella Amet has not. Is not even attempting it. Suresh is used to this. LA is adventurous.
Control Con Diff 1, no dice, no focus. Let's go. Okay, cool.
Yeah, you managed to get the recipe. You can now recreate the curry of the stars.
Blessed be the curry of the stars.
Literally.
Next camping trip we go on, I'm bringing this out.
A literal star.
Next camping trip, make sure you bring an extra pair
It tastes like it is undergoing nuclear fusion in your mouth. And let's see how Leia does. Hey, she actually generates some momentum. Oh wait, no, it's Diff 2.
It's Diff 2, yeah.
Yep. She manages to handle it, and she is wow, this is amazing. And how many worlds? I didn't know you could mix those 2 together. This is.
I probably launch off and do a whole side conversation with her about how excellent this dish is.
Yep. After a while, the rest of you manage to get feeling back in your mouth. Anything else that you'd like to bring up for the night before our dessert?
Captain, shall we have a toast?
First, I want to see how good is Sussman doing. See how he is enjoying the celebrations.
Insight Command Diff 2.
Take a threat.
All right. Yep, we managed to hit it. After a while, he seems to relax and kind of he kind of slips into a very natural social stance of questioning everyone and getting to know people. He is quite interested in Alea and talking about her previous adventures and where she's been and what repairs she's done. Actually, Maldon, you might overhear this. Insight Con difficulty 1.
Insight Con Diff 1. No bonuses. No focus. Let's go.
A focus would apply. This is related to your
Composure?
feel.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yep.
There we go.
It is quite obvious he is trying to fleece her for trade route information. He is trying to get the scoop on where she's been, what deal she's made, what ports of call, and he's trying to basically steal her trade routes out by smooth talking her. And Calder, you kind of pick up that he is friendly to people who has something he wants.
Ah, I see.
He's also been in trying to attempting to butter up Throk and asking about his training, if he's done any tours of duty, asking, you know, tell me about your war stories, soldier.
Yes,
oh,
yes,
you are so brave and yeah.
He would not tell this guy anything about the Dominion War. No. Bad memories.
But you must have seen something. Surely
Yes, massive PTSD. Could you change topics?
Don't have enough threat for that. Maybe. Nah, not today.
I will interrupt the talk by saying by doing a toast.
You clink your glass and kind of get everyone's attention.
Attention, everyone. I would like to thank everyone who came here to enjoy these festivities. Kind of start a form of early celebrations of the development of the Silk Road to bring this quadrant back to the fold of the Federation. And I would like to thank the freighter captains being one of the first escorts for this new now clear Federation trade route. I know we had a rough patch at the start, but now we're going fine. And let's have a toast to the Silk Road.
To the Silk Road.
The Silk Road.
Silk Road.
Calder, go ahead and give me a presence command diff 0.
You know what? Take a threat.
What's the worst that can happen?
We go with a 0.
Generate 4 threat from your encouraging and uplifting toast.
Do you mean 4 momentum? You set threat.
Yeah, I meant momentum.
Isn't that bad of a toast?
How bad of a toast would it be for you to generate threat off it?
Insult his mother or something like that.
I mean, I remember that.
This dinner was great, despite all of your presents. That's how you generate threat.
Yep. With that, conversations kind of wind down to close. There's still half a pot of curry left as Sharish gathers up his things. Well,
Okay.
I am glad that everyone has enjoyed themselves, and it was very nice to have a proper meal among friends. I believe that it is a very important thing to sit down and have meals with each other, or it is what makes us mortal. To let Amon on very quickly, he leaves as well. Just wordlessly bows to the captain and the exo, and makes his way to the transporter room.
Well, it's a pleasure having you aboard, Captain. Look forward to seeing you again.
Yes, thank you.
I guess I'm gonna go too, so I'll escort him to the transporter room for no other purpose, but it's polite.
Transport Sharish or Tela Amon?
Tela Amon.
Okay. Escort him politely, I suppose.
It's just like I'm leaving too, so I'll just walk in.
Okay. Actually, Sharish is staying and is just talking your ear off, Maldon, and he's trying to rope Elle and Rost into this as well. Talking about all different cultures and food, and food is great, and yes, we need it for sustenance, but isn't it great how we can experience different cultures with every plate?
I'm totally down for this conversation for as long as it takes for him to become uninterested or someone else to kind of shoo him away. The food was excellent. I can't get away from that.
He seems to have a whole philosophy about this of there's like so much history in a dish and how it's prepared, and how you are touching back in time and experiencing the history of an entire culture, of an entire race with every bite. And he kind of is almost mystical with it, but he kind of digs it.
Yeah, I'll take it. I'll keep talking with him until he's either uninterested. I mean, I'm soaking it up too, because he created a true masterpiece here. You know, I want to kind of and get a little bit of that to rub off on me. You know.
Ross, you were saying something?
Just if you ever make it to Earth, you should try a place called Cisco's.
Cisco. I've heard that name before. Wasn't he near Bajor, though? In the Bajoran sector?
Yes, he was the commander of Deep Space Nine, but his father runs a nice little restaurant on Earth.
Excellent.
I think you'd enjoy it.
Excellent. I will have to keep that in mind. The Cisco. Yes. More food. Leia, near the end, finishes up her glass and stands up and says, "Well, Captain, Commander, it's Captain, Commander, and esteemed guests. Yes, I haven't had the pleasure of being treated like this for a long time. It's kind of rough out here, and it's nice to enjoy luxuries every once in a while." And
Well, it was
with
a
that,
pleasure having you on board.
thank you. And she heads off to the transporter room. And if there's after about another hour and a half, Sharesh finally realizes that, oh goodness, it is near 0 o'clock hour, and he needs to get back to his ship. And he quietly excuses himself.
Well, escorting back to the transporter room.
Yep. Any other scenes or any other conversations we want to have before we slip off to the night?
I think I'm fine unless L wants to do. Well, L Maldon wants to do something.
It's a bit late, but yeah, if you wanted to do some research before bed or set up something, and we could do that.
Well, I certainly don't have anything. L?
The only thing I can think of, if any of the guests really wanted to, we could show them the holodeck.
Wow. I mean, the holodeck isn't really that new of technology.
Yeah, but I don't imagine they would have one on their cargo ships as easily.
They would not. It's a bit late to keep them in here to show them on like a full tour of the holodeck and stuff. But if you want to do that tomorrow, or we certainly can.
I'm not insisting on it. I'm just saying, it's an option.
Yeah. Yeah, it's an option. And with the night coming to a close, everyone transports off to their respective quarters and their respective ships as the convoy slips closer and closer to the end of their journey, bringing in goods and supplies towards Deep Space Erykannia, which looks like it is preparing itself for war. But for now, with full bellies and interesting ideas as in our heads, we pass through the night and end today's episode of Star Trek Svalinn.